have Finlev Vorme subbing for Niwa and Skywind against JD14, Trent and Narakaiden representing Battlewrong. So what do you think of this, Drop Bear?
Well, we're getting into the picks right now, but Finlev and Skywind, even without the Niwa to back them up, is still a pretty strong team, I would say. But on the other side, you do have JD and Nara as well.
Yeah, and Older's coming up. You're talking before, Older wasn't really used much. Well, this is going to be a thing. So, Finlev with the Lucy, Jimong Older for Nara. I mean, I should say, XL Wizards getting a Lucy, and I guess which is for Vorme. And then with Battlewrong, they're going for Jumong Older. So I'm guessing that the next pick out of XL Wizards is probably going to be Taya and Croak. Although maybe Taya and Ashka. Taya and Ashka. Sorry, Taya and Ashka. Not Taya and Croak. Taya and Ashka. What am I saying?
Wait, is that right? Are we...
What? Rukon Varish?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I guess if you want to have fun. And Varish worked last time, so hey. Rukon Varish. That's the new meta. You saw it here first, folks. Rukon meta.
And Balrog for their last pick. And I've got to also start up the Battlerite drafter as we get underway.
Yeah, it's...
Yep, I've seen. Apologies for the Lucy pick on the screen. It is quite disgusting.
Well, I mean, she has an overbite interaction character model, and I guess they just thought they'd exaggerate that, and it went a bit too far. Because Lucy's super cute in game. I don't like her that much, but she's cool.
Yep. Nope, that's all good. Just giving out the drafting keys. You will be seeing on the screen the map draft for the first map. If I can find Narakaiden's message, that should be done, and they should be getting to the room right about now.
Yeah, so with this setup, I mean, I imagine we won't... I imagine we'll see Skyring Knight. That's usually how it starts out. Everyone just picks a bunch of stuff, and then Skyring Knight that's what everyone goes for. Or rather, that's what everyone's okay with. Not goes for, but it's like everyone's fourth best pick. So it becomes the thing.
It's, yeah. The alternative is, of course, Mount Erasde, but again, as you've said, it's very, very squishy compared to all the other arenas. It's not as big. So
no, indeed, it is small and squishy, like a very poorly made cake, or actually a well-made cake. I suppose if it's a poorly made cheesecake, but yeah, it's like that. But Mount Erasde is a cake. Maybe we could eat it. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm hungry. As you can tell. You want to go for cake? Oh, you can't. You're too far away.
Balrog's turn to ban as we finally get the two people in.
Yeah, so Battlewrong. What are they going to go for? Probably Ormond Temple Day, I would guess. Maybe Blackstone Arena Day. But, I mean, given the composition, there's nothing really... Nothing about their composition screams any particular map being favored in any massive way. It's...
Varesh? Could we see Blackstone Arena Night 3 times in a row?
Maybe. I don't know. It seems unlikely. Ormond Temple Day going out. But if we don't see Skyring Knight, that's going to be surprising. First time, no Skyring Knight first match today. Because it has been the first map every single series so far. Blackstone Arena Night's out. Well, so much for that. Looks like XL Wizards did not want to get caught in the pocket. They saw what happened. I'm sure they saw what happened, what was going on there.
Skyring Day and Skyring Night. So we are going to... It's going to be a bit of an alternative pick here.
Indeed. So that leaves Mount Erez, Blackstone Day, Mount Erez Night, Blackstone Day.
Huh. Ooh. I would probably prefer Blackstone Arena Day, but that's because it's more neutral, I guess.
Me too.
Mount Erez Night does have those 2 big walls on either side, meaning that you can just... although there's not much to slam around with the picks, so...
Well, Jumong still... Yeah, the Jumong for the range, still the Rakan for also more range stuff, the Shadow Bolt. Older is still going to want to be at a relatively safe position where they can throw out some things and hide behind cover a little bit, but not as much as, say, Lucy would. And Mount Knight, that is in fact the choice. So, okay,
Yes.
well, this will be interesting.
That looks all good as we will get underway. Finliv Volomir subbing in for our good friend Niwa, and Skywind on the left-hand side as Team XL Wizards. And on the right-hand side, JD014, we'll just call him JD, Trinif and Nara as Battlewrong on the right-hand side. As soon as...
Like Finlev thinking, oh, Mount Knight, that's our map. And Nara won't have any of it. So both teams seem to think that's their map. Finlev as Varesh. Finlev normally plays Taya and Bako.
Well, Taya is the pretty good pickup, I guess. So yeah. I'm guessing he's just moving his skills over to the Varesh for a little bit. The nice black and chrome skin actually coming out. Damn, that looks nice.
Yeah, and the snake stuff. Weapons, I've never seen them before. I only looked at Varesh's weapons too much, and I quite like the ones I have. But yeah, good flair there, Finlev. You know how to set yourself up aesthetically.
Geez, we went with aesthetics as we go into Windows 98. No, we're going into the game. It will be JD on good old Shifu, Vormir on Lucy, Skywind on Rukan, JD on the other side will be the Finliv Varesh, as we've already said. Vormir on the Lucy and sorry.
Yeah, we're there. It's JD on Shifu, Trinth on Older, and Nara on Jumong.
I've been casting for 4 hours.
Yes, it seems like you are getting a little fatigued. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The hype will wake you up.
Oh boy.
Let's get started.
Getting into this first round, just trying to work out how to get in.
And JD going for the Javelin. That's standard opening. Javelin into Fleetfoot. That's dangerous. They have no outs right now. Well, except for Kunjo, of course, but that's still very dangerous, and we should see a Shadow not working out. JD putting so much pressure, finally getting stunned out thanks to that Wuju, and that's still all the pressure being put on there. At the same time, Nara is getting a lot of pressure as well, so red team taking a lot of damage. None of the gambles aren't really working out.
Interesting Whirling Blade into Panic by Vormir. Good on him to stop it, and that means Shifu's just down instantly.
So at this point, looks like, well, stunning against Lucy. So at this point, Verme is going to be hit pretty hard, but not hard enough, as Skywind protects their teammate and makes sure that Trinth can't do anything to them. But now Finlev out in the open. Quicksand rather, away from life, but 2v1 to the Chronoflux to try to get out of there. Not enough, unfortunately.
They also had Skywind ultimate and Vormir ultimate, so there's no way. Huge.
There was not with Crippling Goo and all that, but that was still a lot of pressure. I think JD needs to back off a bit. I mean, that was a good idea, but Finlev was just able to counter that well enough. They didn't lose very much health. They ended up dying, yes, but no. Oh, it's Vareem. Okay.
Vareem
is how we pronounce it.
Not Vareem. Vareem.
Yes.
Vareem.
Not Vermeer.
Okay. We do have on Vareem potency.
Oh, Fireblaze, come on. Trying to tell me Vareem. No. Let's go with Vareem.
We do, potency instead of the barrier breakers. Pretty standard other pickups, I guess. Ceremonial Spear, Skewer. Rest is pretty bog standard.
Yep, but regardless of Battlerite picks, it looks like Nara is having a very hard time staying alive with all this pressure from Skywind trying to take Nara out right away, and the orb, well, the orb's take was pretty sudden, but at the same time, it's really, I don't know if it's going to help red team on one way or the other. I think blue team got it anyway.
2. Nope, doesn't hit on the second, just hits on JD, who goes down to pick up the nice, juicy health point orbs. Oldie's down.
And
Jumong's down.
That's 2 out of 3. JD, can you do it on your own? Going for the whirlwind. And oh, got the orb.
It does take the orb.
That's
But
something.
yeah, nah.
Panic
Go
into the shadow. Oh, into the claw. Just waiting for the shadow to happen to finish them off. Oh well.
2-0 in favor of Finliv, Vormin, and Skywind. The boys
Vorim.
over
I was joking about the Vomir thing.
Vorim.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off there.
Oh boy. Ah, geez. As we get into Excel, trying to decide what to go next, we're getting to that dangerous Battlerite pickup 3.
Yeah, going for
My apologies.
okay, removing healing. Well, standard weakening toxic. That's so not going for the roll. They are not so worried about escaping. They're worried about making sure that their team can't do much. Actually, between Finlev and Vareem, there's a lot of debuffs going down.
Well, I guess it is probably one of the biggest focuses of this team right now, as Seeker's Mark goes on Petrify.
Oh, and at this point, Nara getting more folks. Do not want to let Nara alive. Nara is their main threat, and Nara's about to go to one more shot. Will that do it? There it is. The claw to finish off Nara, but the orb goes to the red team. From the looks
What
of it.
happened? Yeah, what happened there was Aldia just got pushed away into the wall, and he couldn't come back up to heal. Just took way too long. Had to remount up and run away. But by that time, he was already dead.
Yeah. So at this point, 3-0 in favor of XL Wizards. Man, Battlewrong has got to figure out what to do here, because this is just a matter of they're getting focused down hard. They're getting split up hard, and this map is not doing them any favors because it is making it even harder to maintain any kind of presence. This tiny little knife fight region in the center.
Hey, guess what?
Really know what you're doing for that.
Synergy's picked up on Finliv.
Of course it was, because synergy is what you go for as for round 4. But can red team? They're putting Skyward into a bit of a tough spot, taking them out of the fight and trying to go right after. Actually, they don't seem to be sure. They don't know if they're going after Finlev or if they're going to go after Vareem. And at this point, it doesn't matter for Nara because Nara is down.
Jeez, this is turning into an absolute stomping. Just being able to completely focus on Nara, just around all the others, even after getting blow blocked. Jeez.
No kidding. So at this point, 4-0 could be a sweep coming in from XL Wizards. Battlewrong still has another shot, and they're not going to let Mount Araz Knight go again, I'm sure. But that's still risk. I don't know what they're going to go for. With this composition, I wouldn't know if they want to go for, say, Skyring Knight. On the one hand, it leaves Jumong a lot of opportunities to act and doesn't let them get cornered against a wall. On the other hand, are they sure their positioning is that much better than XL Wizards?
Okay, I'm just going to call this out for a little bit of salt here. Alchemy was picked up instead of the Crippling Goo, so and also the Skywind picked up Shadow Prow, which is increased movement speed instead of the Vacuum.
So basically, chase them down, throw the goo, and make sure to absolutely knock them in there no matter what happens.
Or they could just be trolling. I have no freaking clue.
Maybe. Do they even need it at this point? The sheer amount of damage. On the other hand, Skywind taking a lot of damage. Getting focused down. Could go down, but not before Trinth does. And Skywind, are you going to die? No. Well, maybe. We might have a 1v2.
2.
For JD, but
3.
I doubt it. Not even. Silence to finish them off. And 5-0 for XL Wizards. First map goes to them.
I need a box of donuts here. Looks like we'll be going 5-0, but we do have map 2 just in a little second. Oh boy. So what do they need? What do they need to pick themselves back up? Is it map picks? Just change the map or change their choices on picks?
Well, the thing is, they were getting focused. Partly they were getting focused. Partly they're against a team that is built around making sure that they can't really do much. Like, Rukon and Varesh both build around having, well, Judgment and Curse deals extra damage. Corruption and, with the Battlerite, the effect of Toxic reduces healing and damage. So their entire team is built around weakening their opponents as much as possible. Now, against that, the only thing I can really think of is, like, Varesh you almost can't avoid. It just happens too often. With the Curse, it's a little easier. but it's a matter of keeping Rukan off you, which is always tricky because Rukan has so many ways of getting in, and the claw. It's almost they have to juke the claws, but in threes that is very difficult because of the sheer number of targets. I almost think that Skyring Knight would be a good choice for them if they can get to it, just because that would allow them to have a bit more space to avoid those attacks. But of course, it also depends on the hero picks. They might go for something totally different now. And given what Battlewrong has,
what? Right now we're just waiting on Balrog to decide whether they want the first or last pick in the hero draft.
Yeah, so looks like I would say they probably should go for the last pick. But yeah, I guess it doesn't help either that Pharos, because Pharos was helping them when they were doing. I mean, Trent is doing a fine job, but Pharos was helping them before, so they were kind of practicing with that team of JD, Nara, and Pharos. And Trent is subbing in and is now part of the roster. So that is a very different setup.
To be fair, this is Finlive and Skywind.
True. You can't deny that. I am really trying to make excuses for Battlewrong. I mean, Battlewrong's playing well, but Finlev is a beast. Skywind is a beast. Niwa, if they were here, is also a beast. And it seems like Vorim knows what they're doing. So it is just a very difficult team. XL Wizards is definitely an uphill battle to fight against.
We're just waiting on them to respond to the draft. Come on, guys.
Yeah, and Tahertz, who are expert Varesh player from earlier, pointing out that the thing they need to do, the thing that the Battlewrong team needs to do, is try to keep Rokan away from them, obviously the damage and such, while making sure that Varesh doesn't manage to do much and keep Varesh under pressure. But then it's like you're staying close to one and keeping one far away, or that's trying to do that simultaneously, unless you have enough repositioning options, which with that team, not really. Like Chronoflux kind of helps, but that's on meter.
No,
otherwise you haven't got much.
We're just waiting on Balrog decided to go last pick, so Finlive will pick up Lucy first, then it will be Balrog 2-3. Oh, sorry, Balrog first and second.
Yeah.
Just a little bit slow here on the drafting, but hopefully we will get underway quite soon.
And so we have, what is Battlewrong going to go for? Battlewrong is, Older's a fine choice. I think Older's fine. It's more that just as far as pulling people apart, that's difficult for Older to do. There's options, but Older is interesting, and I haven't really seen them much in threes. In twos, they do a lot of work with their time travel, not time travel so much, but with time bender, catching projectiles, throwing them back, and of course that works in threes too. It's just harder to know which is the key projectile, especially when you're dealing with the composition.
You're just waiting on Balrog Nara to decide his picks as the dog goes off in the background. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. As well, it will be Jumong Lucy picked up as well, so we're going to see a double Lucy lineup.
So no Older this time around.
Yep.
Or that's probably not an Older. I doubt they're going to go for Jumong Lucy Older. The next pick is going to be Shifu, most likely.
XL going for 2 and 3rd.
And the question, of course, which one's the next one for the XL team?
I mean,
are they going to go? You mean what?
Sorry, no. I'm just wondering if Finlive sticks with his current main or decides to go something else.
Well, I mean, Varesh is not their main. Taya is their main.
Well, yeah.
Varesh is the sub pick, which worked out well, but Ashka Varesh. Okay, so Skywind going to be playing their main. Finlev still playing a sub.
Balrog with last pick.
Battlewrong, what are you doing? What you going for? Are you going to go for Shifu? Are you going to go for something else? Possibly Rakan, because that's usually the alternate pick for Shifu for some reason.
Yep. Might be. No, it could be Shifu as well.
Oh.
Free.
Yeah, Fireblaze pointing out Freya. Ooh, that is interesting. Oh, neat. Okay, so they're going for a bit more. I mean, they want to have the stick on you melee, but they want to have the stick on you melee with a bit more options for knocking people away from each other, rather than Shifu, which is just stick on you and that's it.
We will be getting into the banning stage of the maps. Just quickly getting to the observer rooms. Is Balrog's first to ban? So yeah, it is doing it randomly. We'll have to discuss a few things with our good friends who developed the website. But thank you very much to Thomas Stutz and Mini Luva for designing this Battlerite drafter. It is such a good tool. In the meantime, just while we're doing shout outs, we do have a nice prize pool creator. We're just going to try and find the. Where is that? It is at, of course, matcherino.com. We will be quickly. You can type exclamation point prize, and there should be a very interesting shortcut somewhere that gives you a free $1 if you donate. So that'd be great if you could help us. Let's see if we can hit 300 by the end of the week. We're just going through the drafter right now. Ormin Temple Day, Blackstone Arena Knights, Skyring Day, and Ormin Temple Night Band.
Well, I mean, Manoraz Knight probably will be Battlewrong's next pick. And indeed it is. That's exactly what they pick. And now Blackstone Arena Day, Manoraz Day are the only ones left. Excel not going for Skyring Knight, even though I think they have a better positioning time, but Blackstone Arena Day is probably going to be the one. Actually, between Manoraz Day and Blackstone Arena Day, they're very similar maps.
That is true. They're the most neutral, I would say, of the maps. Although Blackstone Arena is a little bit bigger, Mount Raz might be a bit too tight. But no, we're going to the day.
Okay, going to standard battlefield essentially.
Well, it's a very tight battlefield, but
True.
Battlefield nevertheless, with dragons' heads constantly on fire. Yay! And
that's always an improvement.
Yep.
You know,
we will be getting underway. We should see Finlev on Varesh, I believe. Oh no, actually no. He's cycling through.
Chose Varesh, so.
Yep. Skywind will pick up the nice on fire Molten Fury. Sorry?
Ashka?
Ashka, yep. Lucy on Volmir. Volrime. Oh boy, it's been a bit too late, ladies and gentlemen, but Voreem. But we will be here. This is our second map of this game.
Indeed, and this is potentially the last one. This could be tournament point. Well, not tournament point, but this could be match point for this particular series, depending on what Excel does. Because Excel right now, they are playing. Skywind's playing their main. Finlev's still playing. I mean, they might be experimenting with Varesh, given that Bako's kind of out of this patch. But I am aware that their Taya is I believe their favorite. They've gone on record saying it's their favorite, but Varesh has been doing wonders for them, so they might as well stick with it. It has worked.
Just that dance of the couriers there as they just bounce around on their stuff before getting underway. It looks like blue team will take center position and get control of the orb. If JD leaps in.
Push. Not JD, do your thing. You had the counter, and unfortunately, because they were knocked away, not able to help out their teammates, so Nara goes down, and some work being done by Trinth, but JD is the one that really needs to be doing the pressure, and not able to do so thanks to the Petrify. Does get nice damage. Inhibitor's Guard does help, but not enough, not in time. Does damage dealt, but will it help JD in a 3v1? Might become a 2v1 if they're careful, but looks like it is going to go down. JD trying to juke, but not able to do so. Not enough. And that ultimate was really big from Skywind, though.
Nice, quick first game for XL. Sorry?
That ultimate though, I mean I think if JD had managed to dodge that, it would have helped a lot because that was the sheer amount of damage dealt from that. That cut JD's health almost in half at that point.
Just having a look at the Battlerite's, Vormir picking up Potency, Companion Potion, whereas Trinif's picking up the Chaos Flask into Companion Potion. So a little bit of Exploding Chaos on the right-hand side might help.
Yeah, I mean, Vormir clearly trying to go for the Clarity Potions, and that kind of makes sense. You want that static. You want to get rid of the static,
yes,
if possible.
Has to R out Vinliv.
Oh, good stun getting it out there. I mean, it looks like, well, to some extent, actually, it seems like Battlewrong is actually getting the center. Oh, not quite getting the orb, but stolen by XL Wizards, but the goo missing. A little unfortunate. However, that's Infernal Scorch does its job.
Jeez. Look at where Nara is. He's getting absolutely dominated by this Ashka. Just great ultimate on Tasu, and then just gets the last few hits on him.
Well, it's always the case, right? You have that one character that everyone knows if you leave them alone, they do work. So you got to get rid of them first. And down goes, speaking of getting rid of them, there goes JD and Trinth out in the corner, not able to do much. I mean, they're Lucy, so they have options, but it's still very difficult in the 3v1. And all they have is right now is the bear with the ultimate finishing them off. Infernal Scorch to win 2-0 for XL Wizards.
Well, we could be seeing with these very quick rounds, but a bit of a shutout here. But never. But then again, Trinif is actually healing insanely well. 408 most heals compared to Volmine. Then again, Volmine didn't have as much to heal as he wanted.
Yeah, Vernim kind of caught out there. I mean, I felt like there was a bit where it did seem like Battlewrong had a chance. They were getting the center. They lost that orb, but they did have center control. They just weren't able to hold on to it. Nara getting out of position, basically getting focused down and dying. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time. That seems to be the key thing, is if Nara is escaping in the wrong direction, they can get easily focused down. And nice shielding coming in there. That's a great counter for JD to help their team out.
As we do see them just able to control this mid so well, Finliv and Skywind. Orb will be taken, however.
Oh, yeah, and Crippling Goo is ready, and the team is, oh wow, red team all in, well, they were nice and together, and the Molten Chains might allow it. There's the Goo, waiting for that, and down goes,
yes.
Oh, down goes two, right in a row, thanks to pretty much just the Goo. Skywind finishing off as well, and blue team takes the orb.
Utterly disgusting, as we do see Skywind trying to get the ultimate for flare points, but JD will lightning out. Won't hit on anyone because we have Ashka just jumping right out.
Oh, and I gotta say though, Vareem's Clarity Potions against Freya, because it's not just the static, it's also the electric shields. You throw that down there and bam, shield's gone. And Freya is so dependent on her shields that if you can get rid of them, that's about half her total health in the match gone for a good Freya. At least half.
I just feel like I have to point this out just quickly. Weakening Toxic picked up by Vormir. Toxic reduces incoming healing and outgoing damage. But on Trinif, he's picked up Hysteria, Panic Flask, which is basically trying to reduce the cooldown of Panic Flask. Do you think the reducing the healing and outgoing damage is really helping in this matchup?
Well, I mean, like I said before, Vareem and Finlev, it's Lucy and... I mean, it's not as much as the last match where you also had Rukan doing the increased damage, but this is decreasing healing and between the two of them, so a massive decrease in healing going on here with all the debuffs. But really, a lot of this is just coming down to really just all the focus. And the ultimate Infernal Scorch get all the damage to hopefully finish this off just about. Vareem's so close to their own Crippling Goo, and they know they want to go for that. There it is!
They just won't hit though.
No.
Even though it was in a good choke point though. On the
Nara with that death arrow doesn't quite do enough, but there's the ultimate coming in. Okay, that is that gonna come down there? No, it's not. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Ooh.
Thunderstrike does do some damage. Not enough. Didn't even hit.
A little bit too predictable with the Thunderstrike, honestly.
Yeah.
Good ultimate, but unfortunately, when you hit on everyone, they know that you're in the exact middle of it, so able to land the last hit.
Yeah, like we said before, when you're doing stuff, anything that is going to be somewhat predictable or has any kind of wind up to it in when it explodes, time travel being a great example. If that happens, target where that is, and you'll get massive rewards because you'll hit them and damage them and possibly kill them, especially if that's a desperation ultimate.
As we see them trying to get back into the center, but blue just controls this orb so well, and you can't really get right back into it.
Yeah, and at this point, oh, nice molten chains, petrifying out everyone but Nara, but it doesn't matter. Nara's always the main focus. However, at this point, like, Trinth might be going down first. Trinth, they can stay out of there. Great panic blast. Get some pressure off.
Oh, jeez. That was utter domination onto Trinith. And during that entire thing, Nara was just constantly getting damaged so badly. He'll have to pick up the health orbs, but that is 5-0 most likely. It will be a complete shutout. Not a single round dropped on this side, who actually is missing Niwa. So this isn't even their final form. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. I was actually kind of wondering what was going to happen with Jumong, though, because, I mean, what I should say with Nara, because they are playing Jumong, and Jumong is very strong, but still 3v1. So there's only so much that can be done easily. Anyway, that's going to be it. Looks like it. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry about the small bit of a break between the third and fourth matches, but we got that sorted out, so it all worked out. And thank you for bringing me on Drop Arrows.